Hello and welcome to the Goofball Coalition. This is the podcast where stand-up and sketch and improv all smush together like three different colors of Play-Doh and then make kind of like a brown color of Play-Doh that ends up in your mom's carpet anyway. My name is Sarah Kennedy. I'm a stand-up comedian.
I'm Leslie Nesbitt and I do sketch comedy.
Did you ever do that with Play-Doh?
Yes. I don't remember if I ever got it caught in a carpet. But you probably black those parts out, right? You just like the fun Play-Doh parts. Really. Yeah, I just remember the noodle turning, shove it in, then you make the noodles.
Yeah, me too. That was the thing though about the commercials is they always showed like blending colors of Play-Doh, but you can't unblend Play-Doh.
They don't tell you that.
They don't. They're just like, I guess you got to go buy more.
Yeah, good luck. They don't tell you that it gets hard either.
They don't tell you that at all.
Mm.
Oh man, I'm going to write a sternly worded letter. You ready to go?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Welcome to the Goofball Coalition, the podcast that lives where improv, stand-up, and sketch comedy collide. And now, here are your hosts, Alex Knight, Sarah Kennedy, and Leslie Nesbitt.
And that's that intro, you know?
Yeah, baby. It's
good.
So nice.
It is. I think it keeps things light and upbeat.
Yeah.
Good. And Matthew Bloodsmith does a great job introducing us. It's pretty fantastic. So thank you to him.
Yeah.
All right. So Leslie, last week on this podcast, we got a chance to talk about the Q&A that we did at the end of our Funny Fiesta Goofball Show-olution. But the show was more than just a live podcast or a Q&A. It was, as we mentioned last week, a full extravaganza.
Yeah, that is the correct word. It was a definite extravaganza of fun, stand-up, improv, and sketch.
Yeah. So what we've got today is I got some video footage of a couple of the improv scenes from the second half when you joined everybody in, or when joined in with everybody.
Yes. Thank you, because it was a great set.
It was a really, really, really fun batch of scenes, and I'm super excited to get to kind of pick at them a little bit. So the first one we're going to do is kind of this longer scene, and what people are going to see here is the tail end of a little bit between Alex and Matthew Bloodsmith, actually, who does our intro. Now you can put a face to the name if you're watching this on Spotify or on YouTube. And then it picks up, or the next scene jumps into with Lekka and you. And I was the stand-up comedian for these batch of scenes that you all took inspiration from.
Yes.
Do you think it's better if we just watch the scenes or if I do the explanation of what the joke was that fed the scene first?
Ooh. Oh, this is hard to decide. Maybe just see the scene.
Okay. And then, yeah, sounds good. Without any context at all. If you don't think it's funny because you don't know what's going on, just know the audience loved it. So
right.
It's totally fine. We got it. Okay. Here we go.
Not that I want to use for that. I got
minutes.
Yeah,
I get it. Yeah.
I don't know you. You might be a bad guy.
I am.
Okay.
Why am I shot?
I figured, but I saw you over here sitting there right under the tree.
There we go. That's better.
That's can't be, but okay.
You good?
I think you died.
Can somebody help me? I'm stuck in this dryer. I can't out here. I'm just a pizza delivery guy.
holding the woos.
It's woozy.
Woozy.
Yeah.
Nice.
You want some?
Yeah, it sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not so good.
Not so good?
No.
Oh. I thought you liked woos. I thought you liked my woos.
I did. I did like woos.
What happened to us?
It changed.
Things have changed. I
It's ever since you got that lumpy head.
I knew I shouldn't have done it.
I told you not to.
I got the surgery for you.
That doesn't make any sense.
All night long. I was like, he wants the head to be lumpy. He wants it.
Fantasy and reality are very different things.
I'm just trying to do what you want.
And I appreciate that, baby. I really do. But maybe we need like a bag or.
I can do that.
Hey, girl.
Hey.
Lady. I like that head.
Thanks. I just got it.
Like I was not as round. You know, anything that reminds me of a flat Earth.
I got a little woos here. If you want to try it.
Well, I got a little woos right here.
Can I have a little of your woos?
Yeah.
You can show me.
Oh, you know what? Wait.
Don't spill it.
All right, you got mine.
I got it. You got it. It's
So,
so
you
good.
been on any like internet threads? Have you ever like?
I've taken some deep dives, I'll tell you.
Yeah. You ever like gone out to a high point and just like looked at the horizon line and how flat it is?
All right.
Oh, geez, guys.
Nice little batch of scenes in there. That was pretty good.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's so silly. I forgot. It's funny with improv because you just like forget immediately what you just did. So I forgot some of those fun
Yeah.
little scenes.
It's also so fun because everybody knows improv is made up off the top of y'all's head. It happens in that room and never ever again. And so, you know, the audience is just like waiting. You know, they're like so supportive all the way through all of it. And then the laughs are huge laughs, which is really cool.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. And it's interesting to remember your set too. And just being like, oh yeah, that's, oh my God. Like just to see what other improvisers pick.
Yeah.
Do.
So the other person I wanted to mention in this scene, because we talked a little bit before, we talked about Matthew Bloodsmith and we talked about Lekka, and then you and Alex are in that scene, but also Tito is in a bunch of those scenes and he murdered that night. He did so good.
Yeah. Yeah. He was great. He's really good at his physicality. I love putting him in physical scenes because I know he's like very confident in doing that. So like just watching him, you know, just the confidence of him and Alex, just like, we don't have to say anything. We're just gonna, you know, I'm just gonna watch you fish.
Which, by the way, if you are only listening to this and not watching this, and there was a long stretch of what seemed like silence with laughter, that's exactly what was happening, is that Alex was watching Tito fish, but it was, for Alex in particular, a very erotic moment, which is brilliant.
Yeah. Which thank you for to Leica for coming in and putting that fun punchline on the end.
Yeah.
We all knew where it was coming, and then she was like, bam!
Yeah.
Punchline.
Yeah.
Bam. Yeah. It was great.
There's so much good improv happening in that it's like just all over, and it's so cool to call that out. So yeah, being able to put like the button and the little punchline on the end of that scene was like such a good moment.
Yes.
Knowing to keep you guys' pizza delivery man stuck in the dryer scene short, I also thought was like knowing when to edit was a really good little moment there too.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Because that's all you needed.
Yeah.
From that. Yeah. And I think that stemmed from like, I think your set was talking about how you don't usually do dirty jokes, right? But that night you were like, I have some. So then we were like, yeah. we'll make it dirty too. Like in our different, like nice, not too dirty, but fun ways.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was great.
That was the goal. So I yeah, my set that night, I remember very specifically, it works best if I tell more of like a story-based something. So like I picked that story about the first time I got my hair cut short and finding the perfect haircut by watching Born with My Friends. And so much of that, it has to do, I have a bunch of like dumb porn references and stuff through that. But that story ended and I still had 4 minutes left to tell jokes. And I was like, oh boy, that was a long one. And so then I ended up getting to tell you guys about the meaning of my name and how Kennedy means misshapen head. And that's where that scene with Lecca and Matthew Bloodsmith started from.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
And then I'm pretty sure, I think because I mentioned that like we had a President Lumpyhead and then we have RFK Jr. who's running for president.
With a worm in his head.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is where Tito got the guy at the end who likes flat Earth and conspiracy theories. Like that seems like an RFK offshoot kind of moment. But
yeah, yes, yeah. Oh my gosh, just so many good gems in your set too. Like that one with you. We're talking about the haircut and how you did it in MS Paint, because that's what we had back then.
That was the style at the time.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was the style. I mean, I did a lot of MS Paint. Like, I spent hours on MS Paint. Yeah. I wish I, now was a graphic designer, but it's like, yeah. I stopped at MS Paint is what I'm trying to tell you. Yes, it was so great. So good.
That was a fun one. But so, okay, this next scene we're going to watch now, everybody's got a little bit more context. It's very short. And it's definitely another take on the lumpy head joke, but
yeah, the name meanings, what they really mean or something.
Yeah. All right, ready? Here we go.
Yes.
I've got a song for lean.
Fantastic.
I think this is a double half cap for clown man.
Perfect. So, okay. That clip got used on the news. So, yeah. And then also we used it in a reel for the Funny Fiesta also. But I don't know if the captions got what you actually said. Did you say it was a sub for lean, or what did you say that first thing was?
I did. Yeah, I said I got a sub for lean.
Yeah, perfect.
Because that was at the point, because we had 2 people coming in. Matthew and then Alex came in first. And so I was really creative with their names. Yeah. And then by the time Tito came out, I was like, my brain was like, and I was like, he's lean. His name's Lean. Yeah.
And then you switched it to coffee at the end too. I love that.
In my head, I was like, you know what? This is a restaurant for everyone.
Yeah, it was so perfect. Yeah.
I wanted something else. Yeah. Double half cap for Clown Man.
Clown Man.
Yes.
My favorite thing I think about that scene, leaving the show that night, that was the one that stuck out to me the most. It was just such a simple game and everybody got it pretty quickly and it was just so fun. And then as soon as everybody got to take a turn, you knew exactly when to edit it and move on. And I was just like, ugh.
Yeah, I was too. Like it was one of those things where it was like everybody was in tune. Nobody edited it early. Everyone knew they had to participate. It was like, oh, it's my turn now. I get to do it. Yeah. And I was like, great. My job is to name everyone. So it was just like this great, like, everyone knew it was happening. It was wonderful. Yeah.
I love that so much. That was awesome.
It was so funny.
It was
and the physicality of everyone. They did a great job.
It's cool too, because it's like I've gotten to see the show a couple times, and it is kind of neat when you guys mix it up and have people that you don't normally play with, like kind of bouncing around with you.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk a little bit about the experience of working with like Matthew and Lecca and all them? Like,
yeah, it's like a sort of energy where it's like an excited energy, and to work with people you don't usually work with. Because you're just like, oh, I don't usually work with them. I've never played with them, but like, sure, let's go for it. Like, I'm excited. I'll just throw whatever I can at them and then, have fun. There's no stakes in it, I guess. Sometimes with the show, you want to like have a good show. And so when you do it all the time, it's like, okay, now we really have to have a good show. And it's still different every single time, but you still have that background. But this time I was like, I don't know, this is a one-off. Let's just have like a lot of fun, silly times. Yeah.
Is there any like tips or tricks that you like initiate or like execute when you have brand new people? Like, do you give them more eye contact, or is there anything that you like find yourself like, oh, it's somebody new, I got to make sure
Good question. I think for me, if it's somebody new, I'll let them like start the scene. I'll let them, have because if they have the idea, I'll let them do it. And then I'm just like there for support a lot of the time, because I want them to feel like I don't want them to feel nervous. I want them to feel, I don't know, confident, and like they can, yeah. Yeah. So it's like, okay, well, great. Then my whole thing is support then, Yeah. Yeah. I guess that would be my tip, is just like, be there for the other, especially if you're in a group and you're adding someone, like, okay, well then let's have them be successful because we want them there anyway. But like, I guess with new people, just a random group, I'm just like, well, let's play. And like, I don't know how they play, so let me have them do it to me so then I can adapt, because I'm good at adapting. Yeah.
That's perfect. I love that.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is probably the last time we'll talk about the show before we do the next one, whenever we do the next one. So what are some wishes? What are some things that you wished we had done in this show that you hope that we get to do next show? Or what's something else? What's something that you hope we bring back, or that stuff?
Ooh, yeah, Alex and I were talking about it because we were really excited. And I was like, well, I think next time maybe, like, sure, I could do like a sketch in an hour or whatever, but I would like to reach out to people who have written a sketch or something and have them bring in one or two or something. I think that would be fun.
I love that.
Have it like a sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to do improv based on a sketch. That would be, weird.
Yeah.
We could try it, but yeah, I would like to, because I want to try to foster a sketch community too, like have more people be confident.
What we could potentially do is we could give a clip of one of these scenes to somebody who does sketch and have them flesh it out into a full sketch. Then we can show the clip on the projection screen inside Dry Heat, then have them do the sketch, and then have that be like either the middle or the end, and then like kind of have it be like, and then we'll get clips from the next one, feed that into the next one, and kind of keep it.
I love that idea. Yeah, because sometimes sketch writers have ideas a lot, but like the challenge is, to work with improv or work with stand-up. So absolutely.
And then it's like it's the stand-up like twice removed too. So it's like now it's like a game of telephone where
oh my God, how fun is that? The stand-up twice removed. Yes. Yeah. Oh, I 100%.
Okay, great.
100%. Let's do it.
I think so this year, being on the Funny Fiesta committee, the committee really wanted Zach to come back and do the show because he had done it the year before. And so we knew that he would roll with the punches of like having something similar to something he's experienced before. I think that we should have different stand-ups every single time we do it. I think that would be kind of neat to kind of mix it up a little bit. And then.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that means no more me either. I'll just host the show and then just keep everything moving like a
gas. No, I mean, I think with improv too, with any sort of improv based on stand-up, we're just excited to have someone there. So yeah.
Cool.
Bring anyone in, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. This is very exciting. I think Oh, it's going together. It's going to be so
I
neat.
know. We're so excited that we're like not even going to wait till the next Funny Fiesta. We're going to do it more often.
Yeah, we are. I think we can do it once a quarter or every other month. I feel very confident we can slot that in. So
Yeah, 100%.
all right. Well, you ready to go to segment 3?
Oh my gosh, yes.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
And just like that, segment 3.
Segment 3.
Yep. Well, what language says
I don't know. I don't know.
That was perfect. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're in segment thrall, and this is usually the time in the podcast where we plug things that are going on, wrap up any lingering stuff. We usually thank our patrons on our Patreon. By the way, thank you all so much for participating in that and supporting us. And
I mean, yeah. I mean, I think I still want to tell you to come down to the Halloween jam since it's Halloween. It's on Halloween, and like, who does anything on a Thursday night? So come down to the jam for a Halloween time.
Additionally, I believe that this will be airing right before Second Saturday, which is our monthly big old party that we get to throw. And down on Second and Gold, it's always exciting because we always have a food truck, we always have Hall of Spirits pouring, we always have a big open mic for all the comedians to hop up on stage on the Dry Heat stage. You guys do a blues show, and then we have Almost AAA Cabaret. However, the October version is going to be extra big.
Yes,
we're closing down the whole block, and it's going to be a whole big old block party. So
an October block party, you guys. And like, might I add that the blue show, we're getting really good at it. So like, we're real blue, and it's really fun. So, I mean, if you want to see some nasty stuff, a lot of cussing, a lot more cussing.
Yeah.
You may say, but, you know what I mean?
What?
Yeah.
Wow, that's wild. We say all that on one of our cleaner shows over in Dry Heat, but especially on an open mic. You never know what's going to come out of people's mouths on an open mic. That's a crazy one.
That's very true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, yeah, the blue show is like, our last one was pretty gross. It was great.
I love the pictures that come out of the blue show are so funny because you guys get extra physical, and you guys tend to be extra physical with each other. So the pictures of it are just like, whoa.
Yeah, 100%. It's gonna be great. And the block party, like, oh, come on down.
Yeah, for sure.
Come on down.
But yeah, if you want to find any more information about any of this, you can go to theboxabq.com. You can also go to dryheatcomedyclub.com. Follow us on Instagram, where I know for Dry Heat in particular, that's kind of where we live as far as updates are concerned. But other than that, we'll see.
Bye.